Yo, y'all chopping it up with Sirius and Kiki.
Bow.
For about 45 minutes to an hour. We're going to give it to y'all real straight, real live, talk about whatever's on our mind. What's ever going on in current events. We're going to have a good time today. But first, we kick off with our lovely host, Kiki. Just tell them a little bit about yourself so they know, so they get acquainted on who, they talking with.
I'm just Kiki, your average around the way girl. From New York, live in Arizona now, but I never forget my New York roots, that's for sure. Yeah. I love the single life. I just be doing me. I love being spontaneous, so I ain't got to worry about no kids, no man holding me down on nothing. I just go with the flow, hanging with my friends if they ain't with it because they probably got kids, and I'm like, bye, I do it by myself.
But she love kids. That's the crazy thing. She ain't got no kids, but she love kids.
See, not that far. Okay.
You do. You like that grandma.
At certain ages, I don't really like the infant toddlers and stuff. Okay. But like when they're older, then I appreciate them. But you are like the exact opposite of me because you got the wife and the kids in the whole shebang.
True. Happily married. Deanna, what's up? Shout out to my baby. Just had a new baby boy, Hassani. That's number 6. I be stroking. I be getting it in, dog. But it's cool. It's a beautiful thing, you know what I'm saying? Being a family man. What I believe in, I believe we do need to multiply as a people. And I'm going to go ahead and contribute to that and have fun at the same time.
That's crazy. And shout out to the person providing the beats today because we got Brahma Trauma.
Brahma, baby. What's happening? Phoenix on, you know what I'm saying? So all you up and coming rappers looking for tracks, you know what I'm saying? Look for Trauma, Brahma. What's your website, bro? BrahmaBeats.com. Get with that. Saucy on the West Coast. Of course, I do my thing, and y'all better holler at them because I might grab some before you do.
Right. I don't rap or sing, so y'all lucky on that part, but I am going to be bopping to your beats wherever they go.
Very astute with music, though. That's why I brought her on.
Absolutely.
Now, me and Kiki had long, drawn conversations about music all day long, and for being so young, she know a lot about the old school. She know a lot about the new school. So it's just a nice flavor. It's a perfect compliment.
Yeah, we go
And
I
see you got the fresh nails done and shit.
Oh, I just like to keep up with my thing,
She knew she was going to be on a video podcast.
Lies you tell. I just always be keeping up, but okay.
What you got for me, man? What you got for me today?
Well, I don't know. Well, first, congratulations on your 6th kid.
Oh, thank you.
So you got 6 freaking kids. How does that look? I mean, how many, do you have I know who's who, but right. You got how many girls, how many boys, what's the age range? What's going on with that? Because 6 kids is a freaking lot, Dan.
Come on now, but I'm doing it right. I got to spread out real nice, though. You know what I'm saying? So we talking about from 18 down to almost 2 months. All girls for the first 5 piece. And now I finally got my prince. Shout out to Hassani, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, congratulations.
I'm doing this all for y'all. People was giving me the shit. Said I had the girly sperm, Kiki.
I know I was, and then I was like, "Oh, you pregnant again?" Not you per se, but I was like, "That's gonna be another girl." You was like, "I'm just aiming for the boy," and I was like, good luck." But how do you feel now that you have a boy? Do you feel like you can do the basketball thing, or are you doing that with your girls and you just like it don't even matter? This is football. This is basketball.
You know what? It's funny you say that because I feel like if I stress like sports on him, he gonna go the other way or some shit. You know what I mean? It'd be a lot of dads that be out there like, yeah, I want my son to hoop. I want to play football, and he end up being an engineer or something like that. So
ain't bad.
I'm a lover of music. I'm also a lover of sports. So I mean, if he went either way, it'd be cool. To be honest, I'm just happy that the Davis name is gonna live on. That was really my main concern, having all girls. No, what I was gonna do, I was gonna have their ass make them take the last name of me, make their husband take my last name.
Or they can even do the Davis and then the hyphen and then they're
Davis.
Okay.
You remember Stacy?
Huh?
You remember Stacy?
Stacy, oh yeah.
Stacey, yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, her husband took her last name.
Her husband took her last name.
But Stacy's a boss. I totally see that happening.
That's the first time I heard that shit. I never do that shit, bro.
That's real ballsy on the guy end to do that because I wonder if he got any pushback. Do you got any balls?
Shout out to Stacy Brooks though. That's what's up.
Hey Stacy.
Saying you're a boss. You're ahead of your time. So
for sure.
So we got a lot of shit going on, man. That I think we need to touch on. I mean,
for sure, because you got to go back home to your 6 kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I gotta eat. I'm hungry than the motherfucking wife.
Yeah.
Shit like
Oh
that.
yeah, she throwing it down in the kitchen too,
All
and
day.
taking care of the kids.
All day.
Hey,
All day.
come
All
through,
day.
Miss Davis. Speaking of your kids, do you fear because they're also most of your kids are really young? Because I know you have the 18-year-old, and then after that, it just dramatically kind of drops.
It drops, yeah.
And they're like 8 and young or whatever. So do you fear, like, how do you deal with telling your kids about drugs or anything? Like, I know in Miami they have like this drug called Flocka that literally
Right.
looks just like
Right.
freaking Sour Patch Kids.
Right,
Got the
right.
whole dust looking just like the sour part of it,
Right.
so you don't know. And then parents will just thinking their kids is eating Sour Patch Kids, and
Yeah.
then they just start tripping and eating mice, I heard, and
Yeah.
gouging eyes out and crap. So like, how do you feel about that situation? And then how do you make sure your kids are aware and alarmed and making sure they're not getting into that mess?
Well, that's a very scary topic, man, for anybody that's out there in Miami. Because if you get a chance, look it up on the internet. They look just like Sour Patch Kids. So it can be a situation where your kids trick or treating and come across some dastardly evil person and throw the Sour Patch Kids a drugs in the bag. So obviously, I don't want my kids to go that way as far as drugs. Pretty much, I try to make sure that they play to their strengths. They all have their unique characteristics. They have their own unique strengths. Of course, I got smaller ones, so I'm not really sure what their strengths are. But I believe Lil Amina, she gonna be a singer. I be having to listen to like Whitney Houston so she get it right. You know what I'm saying? But that's kind of crazy. So it's called Flocka?
Yeah,
drug?
like the single Waka Flocka, but just drop the Waka.
And they got niggas eating mice and shit?
So it's been said like it even spread into the UK apparently recently. So like there's people like gouging their eyes out, eating mice, and just doing the craziest crap on this drug. So it's pretty
See, that's
intense.
That's why I never understood. Like even going back to crack, like you see a
Just
motherfucker
do
doing
weed.
crack, a grown man trying to suck some dick or some shit, or doing all kind of shit, running in the middle of the street, and you see this shit sold, and you like, yeah, I want to hit that shit next. Like I don't understand how motherfuckers do that shit. So we got the Flocka
Got the Flocka.
and people eating mice.
People are eating mice. Like those are like basically the
don't get
side
that
effects
shit.
of this thing is basically you just do the craziest shit. Basically, is what
I
it
don't get
sounds
that.
like.
I don't get that
And
shit.
I'll stay away. I mean, I don't do like any drugs, like even the weed. But I mean, I know
smoke no
weed's
weed?
natural, huh?
You smell no weed?
I mean, I used to, but one day I just woke up and I was like, well, I can just keep getting high in my house and not doing anything. And so
Yeah.
I was just like, why am I wasting this money when I could buy another pair of sneakers?
True that.
Sneakerhead. Anyway.
True that. That weed
So-
do be having your ass don't want to do shit though.
Yeah, well, I mean, but it don't have you gouging your eyes out.
Yeah, but
You ain't eating a rat.
that's true. But like to sit around the crib, see, I got a lot of activity going on.
Yeah.
So when I be sitting around the house and shit, not doing shit, I feel guilty. Like I ain't do shit.
Yeah, and somebody like I can't even see you being high because you got so many kids. I feel like your
I
high
have
gets
time.
killed instantly,
I ain't
and you
got
don't
time.
have time. But as soon as you get the high, you just getting the daddy, and you just like forget it now.
Yeah, right. For real. Like, just the hot and blown or whatever. But yeah, shout out to y'all in Miami. You know, if y'all getting this in Miami, you know, be very careful of what's going on with your children because I don't even know why they're making it look like Sour Patch Kids. The only thing I can think of is try to get children in the game and get that. But it's a very deadly drug from what I hear. And not only does it make you do crazy things, it can kill you, especially if you're taking in large doses. So be on the
Right.
lookout for that.
Going crazy, throwing bows and stuff probably for no
Yeah.
reason. Speaking of throwing bows, by the way, where do we start with ASAP Rocky or Future first?
Oh my God! I've been following this A$AP Rocky story. And
They dropped the boy's charges who initiated the whole thing the other day, so he's not getting charged for a darn thing, which I find crazy because it's all on camera. So, how do you feel about the whole situation?
well, I feel like I don't really know what to feel. Well, I'll start with this. Like my wife always be on some. Let's go overseas. Let's travel overseas, and it sounds like dope to go abroad, but I don't want to go nowhere where everything's foreign. Like I don't want to go nowhere where like dude right here talking about robbing me in some other language. I'm laughing like, hey,
Because that color of
Follow
your
us
skin too, that's the big factor
I mean,
too.
you know, it's a target on our back. Like no matter where we go, I
Yeah.
mean, we highly praised, but at the same time, the envy is real. You know what I'm saying?
Seriously.
Listen.
I'm bopping.
Yeah,
What
you got
is
some
this instrumental?
See, I'm out of Trauma Brahma, y'all. Trauma Brahma. But now it's a situation where you got certain rappers not supporting Sweden and not going overseas. And that overseas money is sick.
For real.
For a rapper,
Yeah, seriously.
it's sick. So
I wonder how the other people who's like in Sweden are feeling about that act. Like, do they hate the people who attacked them, or are they probably agreeing with them? Maybe. I wonder how they view it. Like, maybe they just as spiteful against the people who did it. Then
I saw somebody. I don't
feel
know.
about them. I don't know.
I saw somebody on the internet. They commented like Sweden is probably like the sweetest place, and you got to really be on some bullshit to get locked up over there. I mean, that's what they say. But what I'm hearing,
meanwhile, it's 2.5 weeks.
What I'm hearing is he's going through like inhumane conditions, and they got him in there with some like
a yoga
crazy
mat
guy.
or some stuff.
Yeah, and it's just like sick.
Feces.
And he's just in there. And here's what's interesting about the whole thing, because people are saying they have him saying, I don't know if it was in Twitter, but he said some things about, I don't care about activism. I don't care what's going on with the world. I'm just paraphrasing. I don't care what's going on with the world. All I care about is I'm getting fresh. I'm Dougie. I'm on these hoes and woo woo. So now you hearing people like, well, you wasn't in activism when you was out. So we ain't about that. We not about to like support your cause.
Yeah. Well, now that this happened, I'm sure when he gets free, if he gets free, shout out ASAP, stay strong. He might be taking that role now because something finally happened to him where he probably understands it now. Maybe he didn't understand it before,
right,
and he was just trying to get the money so he could be the freshest dude on the block. But now he got a real taste of life and what's really out there outside the money and like probably the drugs he gets presented on a daily basis and all the fly clothes and stuff. Now he sees what's really going on.
Yeah.
So maybe he will start taking a step in that route.
But it's a twist to the story because now Trump is talking about he's gonna try to but Trump be tripping.
You know what bothered me?
Trump funny though.
I saw
like,
he posted, and I'm a paraphrase too because I'm not about to pull up no Twitters and read verbatims and stuff like that. But I did see that he commented, like, first he was just like, I see ASAP Rocky's really important to you African Americans. I was like, what the hell? Like, he's a person first and foremost, and it doesn't matter the color of his skin. So, and then he tried to, like, kind of bring it and wrap it back around, and he's like, well, what I mean by that is we're all one nation. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, because he probably had the PR guy in the back.
Like, nah, don't say that. Yeah. And I'm just like, you, and then he's like, well, I'm going to get in contact with my good friend in Sweden. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to need you to just go sit down. For real.
Well, at first when I saw it, I'm like, this is a different Trump. I mean, he threw me off with the African American, but I'm like, this is a different Trump. Because Trump don't be caring about that shit.
Right.
But then I had to think, what month we in right now?
Yeah, and then Obama called him out recently too.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
That I ain't know.
Oh yeah, there's a video I'll show you after, but Obama was just like literally like calling him out. Like he was just like, what type of Republican or Democratic or what type of person you want to live this life, but yet you voted for this person, or like you want to do this with your life, but you still voted for that person. And like everybody in the audience was going crazy. It didn't matter what side you was sitting on, Republican or Democratic or liberal, whatever the hell y'all want to be. Everybody up in there was sitting there shouting and clapping it up because I mean what he was saying was true. He's just like, you guys want to be this one nation and you want to do this one thing and be so unified, but you voted for this guy. So the people who voted for him, you got him, and now this is what you get. And then some people was just like really digging it. I mean, I dug it, but I'm not gonna pull up the video or nothing like that. But y'all should definitely go check it out if you haven't seen it. I was like, on a thing too.
That's crazy stuff. Hey, timestamp that beat right there. But like
that's a dance, aka serious.
I can fuck with that. But then like it matriculates because recently tied to the same story, we got Future's bodyguard getting knocked out
in Spain.
So what was the details of that? Like what happened with that? Like how's bodyguard get knocked out?
So the story is that he just came off the plane and like this people was just like, can we take a picture? Can you take a picture? He probably got jet lag like any other normal human being. So he's just like, not right now, y'all. And they got a little flustered about it, and then they came up behind and just started like they threw like one bow at the security guard, but they say that the person who punched the security guard actually had like a rock or some sort in his hand, which is like when you see the video when the security guard finally like rolls over, he kind of shakes it off and he's like bleeding all in the face.
Oh, so that's because he had a rock in his
hand. It wasn't
a
punch or like a one punch, and he that strong. Because when I first saw it, I was like, how the hell this guy looking
like
strong?
He hit him that
hard. Like I'm like, I think I can knock that dude who knocked out the bodyguard, and I was like, he don't look that strong. And then later on, they was all like, yeah, he had a rock or something in his hand. But what I dislike at the video, they was like, yeah, you just got punched by somebody, you N-word, and I was like why you got it? Yeah. And I'm like, and first of all, 10 of y'all ran up on that one dude. So what does that say about y'all?
Right. So I mean, I don't know what's going on. It's like it's a war against rappers. At least from them two incidents, I don't know how the rest of the world or Europe is.
I don't think it's a rap thing.
I mean, it's so crazy that it happened to
I think it's because they're famous. They got the target, but then of course the color of their skin might have played a part too. Because you don't hear that stuff happening to goddamn like Cher or freaking Madonna when she come off the plane. They all just chilling. They go do their damn show. They come back and they like, that was a great show. I enjoyed the time and I ate and I did this and we can't walk off a goddamn plane.
Right. That's crazy. What else you got though? What you want to chop it up about?
Well, we can always. Well, since we're keeping it on music, what you got?
Well, I'm feeling that new Nas though. You know how I feel about Nas.
Yeah, well, listen, you're a huge Nas fan. I remember we had went in one day. We was talking about the Nas and versus Jay-Z from back in the day and stuff. Yeah, but now we got the mixtapes too dropping. I'm super stoked.
Did you hear it yet?
No, I did not.
You need to check that
yeah,
out,
you know what? I be on my R&B vibes. You know that. It take me that mode to like cross into rap. Not like, because I like to be laid back and chill, but I do like Nas a lot. We all know this.
Yeah.
Repping New York and stuff, whatever. But I'll definitely sit down. I'm usually listening to new stuff when I like go in the shower, getting ready for work, and I'll drop somebody's album or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'll probably do it.
So basically, like what the album is, they're just like songs that didn't make the cut from back when he did Nas Is Dead, Life Is Good, the Untitled album, which I thought was dope. And one more I forget, but he got production by like Swiss Beats, the RZA. See, Nas is so phenomenal, and I always one of the things I love most is like finding out what my favorite artist threw away. And a lot of times the shit they throw away be like, why you ain't put that on the album?
Exactly.
Like, that was dope.
See, I would want to know his story as to why he chose certain songs and not the songs that he put on this mixtape.
Right.
Like, I would want to know that. Like, why did you choose this one to get off the album? So, do you have like a favorite one that you've been just like playing over and over? Like, that's my ish.
This is Nas, man. Like when it comes to Nas, it's always the catalog.
Yeah, he's really good. Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's always like the whole body of shit. Like, he's not a singles rapper
for sure.
So it's like that's where him and Jay-Z, and we talked about this on the way here. That's when Jay-Z, he's more of a singles rapper. He makes dope albums. He makes dope albums, but his singles like matriculate more. To more people.
Understood, yeah.
Nas, you know what I'm saying? With Nas, you gotta just.
Because Nas, you gotta more so listen to what he's saying. Like, you hearing him, and then Jay-Z. I mean, yes, there's a message in his songs too, but for the most part, you can bop, and then people just be rapping and doing their thing. But with Nas is a head bopper.
Right.
You just want to bop your head.
Right.
Like, yeah, I'm feeling that.
Right.
So I definitely get the difference, but I love Jay-Z too. You already know that.
So what you saying, Jay-Z? Like Jay-Z more?
I didn't say that. Well, like you said, I do think. If
you had to compare the two.
See, but here's the thing. They're not comparable. And I don't know why people always been comparing them. Like, I know they had beef in the past, but they're not really that comparable. They they have two different deliveries on how they deliver their message, though their message may be the same.
True.
So, I mean, I wouldn't know who to pick, to be honest. I mean, and then I have different moods. So some moods I may want to listen to Nas, because when I listen to Nas, if Nas was playing, then Common's going to probably come on right after that. I'm not going to play Jay-Z right after that. Or I'll listen to Talib Kweli or something like that. I wouldn't put Jay-Z in the mix unless I'm throwing like Jay-Z Reasonable Doubt in there. But like his newest stuff, like all the way up to maybe the Black Album or something like that, or I would probably put all of those albums in with that vibe. But then after like the Black Album or something like that, or like the Kingdom Come area, I was like, okay, now you going in another direction, not a direction I dislike, but it's a direction where it's just not the vibe, because I'm pretty laid back. You already know that. I don't be trying to get all hype all the time. Like, I'm not the girl that be twerking all over the damn place. I still be popping my head like, okay.
You got an old soul, Kiki. You got an old soul. But yeah, you know, I mean, they both my favorites, so
for sure.
You know, you're right. It's probably not, not a
comparison.
Yeah,
I wouldn't compare them. And like, to me, when they was beefing and stuff back in the past, I still was bopping both. Like, I wasn't even choosing. Now, the ones that I was being choosy on was like the ones when when 50 Cent came in and smashed Ja Rule out of nowhere, because I was kind of like right in that era, and I was like, oh my God. Because I remember, like, everybody was all Team Ja Rule in New York. Like, it was just crazy. Ja Rule. Yeah. Then I remember 50 Cent just kind of came, he didn't come out of nowhere, but like, he just like dropped his first album. And before we knew it, like, all these diss records came out, and then Ja Rule just vanished. Like, he tried to attack like twice, maybe 3 times, and then 50 Cent just smashed him. I'm sorry. And then all of a sudden, like, overnight, like, Ja Rule just became a classic. That's all. Classic, he was just a classic, and it was just 50 Cent who was out with his G-Unit crew. But I still like him. Shout out to Ja Rule and the whole Murder Inc. People. I still like y'all, and I be vibing and stuff. But
Ja Rule
that crap was crazy.
He had his run.
Yeah, for sure.
I remember, man, like, shoot, my daughter Danielle, she was a baby when he was popping, and at 106 in Park, I mean,
man, I missed that
shit,
show.
Out the countdown, I think he used to have like 3 songs on the countdown.
Man,
like
he was crazy.
It was him and Bow Wow.
Man, Mr. 106 in Park. Yeah, for sure. I miss AJ and Free on 106 in Park. They tried to replace him so many times, and I was just like,
I think we could replace him.
You think so? Yeah. I mean, if they brought it back, I think we could do that. Yeah, we just chilling, and then we could have some dope artists. I feel like music is going in like a really good positive direction again, where I actually am starting to enjoy it again. Not saying that I fell out, but there was just a time period when I was just like, okay.
So who you been listening to lately then? Because I know you're real picky when it comes to like music, and like want anything slide by. I can barely let you hear my shit. You be
what? First of all, like, I asked you to. That's not the case. That's not the case. I was trying to help you out.
No, but straight up though, like who you listening to? That's dope now, like?
Well, everybody knows like I'm a huge Her fan. Like I've been rocking with her since like before she was even big.
You told me about her.
Yeah, I put you on the Her. I put you on the Ella Mai before she became big. But I remember I told you about the song "Booed Up" before she re-released "Booed Up" like a year ago.
But look, I played "Booed Up" in the car for my family, like and all them. And they listen to it, but they ain't really hear it.
Yeah, but now they love her, and I'm just like.
Year later, it's like that shit was popping.
And I've been told y'all about it. Who else do I listen to? I love Ella, love that. Janae Aiko, I love all them. Ari Lennox's new album is freaking popping. Ari Lennox, the girl who makes Shea Butter.
Shea Butter, I ain't gonna say I ain't with it, but I ain't.
Oh, well, that's so funny because her very first song on her album is Chicago Boy. So you should listen to it.
From the side?
You know what? I'm not quite sure where she's from, but I'm about to look it up right now for you.
Look that up.
But I love her album, and you know what I appreciate about her album? That's I don't, not to like say anything bad about anybody else's album by any means, but even though she doesn't have as many songs, I think it's like maybe 10 or maybe something along those lines, but I do not need to skip one song. I fuck with them all, and that's very hard to say for most people's album, because you at least skip like maybe one song, maybe 2, or like you got to be in a certain mood to hear that one song. But like I will literally press 1, take the shuffle off, and I just go straight through the album, let it repeat, and I'm like Gucci. Like I ain't gotta change one song, and I appreciate that. I really do.
Is it more soul or R&B?
Oh yeah, like she's definitely all like. So I like to put her in the same category. I don't like to categorize people or say they're like anybody, but like if I'm listening to her, of course I play her. Ella, but I do like to compare her more so to like Erykah Badu vibes and like some Solange vibes.
Right.
Yeah, so I appreciate it for sure. So I would definitely send you her album so you can at least take a look at it for yourself.
Yeah, some of the vibes.
And maybe, exactly.
Because y'all gotta realize I got like all these girls, so it's like my whole little situation is like I can't play that hard shit I want to play with all the girls, so I play like
So,
something soft for them.
some facts about Ari though. DC is where she originates from, but I just realized we share the exact same birthday.
Oh,
What?
Damn, Aries.
No wonder why I was vibing to your album, girl.
She's an Aries.
Yes, shout out to the March 26 babies.
Yeah.
Or just Team Aries, really. But
okay.
yeah,
That's
for
what's
sure,
up.
for
That's
sure.
what's dope. But I was seeing, I saw some interesting shit. Like I'm thinking of like on some relationship shit. So somebody like tweeted some shit like the chick said she's like marriage is a business, and after like 4 years you should be able to renew your marriage license or not. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, like the thought's trying to take over though, because that's like thought rhetoric. You know? Me personally, I'm a ride or die. The only way you getting out of this, I'm talking to my wife, is death. You be like the Bloods and the Crips. The only way your ass out this motherfucker is death. But just wanted to know like your thoughts on that shit, because I saw that shit. I know you're not married, you're single right now. No. But like, how you feel about that? Like, do you think like marriage should have like an option to renew the license like after 4 years?
No, but I'm kind of like you. Like the only way out is you gonna have to die, or me. But naturally, that is like I ain't gonna poison you or nothing. You just gonna have to die. But like, yeah, I agree with you on that. I think it's weird, and the thing that bothers me most when it comes to marriage, it kind of makes me kind of not want to get married, because I feel like people jump into it so fast. They fall in love so quick with some dude that they just met the night before. They're pregnant a few months later. They're having, you know what I'm saying? Like they're all about that, and they want to get married in a year from being together.
Right.
And I guess I really am old school, like you say, because I'm just like, we gonna be dating for a minute. Don't propose to me after no year or two. 3's my magic number. I'm gonna give you 3 dates to let me know if I even like you like that. We gonna be together for 3 months for me to really decide, like, do I really see myself going with you like that, or like maybe this is just all fun and games, and then I need to say something before it goes a little bit too far. But yeah, that's just crazy. I'm not renewing nothing. Like if we got married, that means we were together for a while. We made the right decision. We're gonna stick through it. Of course, we have our ups and downs, but you know, you become stronger when you make it through, not dipping out and doing all that other stuff. So I'm not gonna be renewing not a damn thing. The only thing I'm gonna renew is like my goddamn car if I need to. Doesn't.
Well, I'm with you. I certainly agree. But just for the sake of argument, I'll play devil's advocate. Excuse me. Devil's advocate. Let's say somebody's in the marriage, find out your wife is a thought. She been thoughting it forever, and you coming up on year 4, and you can just opt out
of the license.
Or let's say your man, you find out you be smoking crack in the bathroom or some shit. You ain't even know this shit for 3 years. You never.
I noticed he was on crack. Well, what was I doing, first of all? Why you gonna use crack of all things?
Look,
you gonna walk out the bathroom sniffling and stuff, and I didn't notice? What's that on your mouth? What?
It's functional crack. You know what I'm saying? It's people on crack that's functional and shit.
Yeah.
But, like, could you see her standpoint on that one?
Renewing? No, because I feel like that's why there's alimony, or that's why there's annulments if you aren't that far into it, or that's why there are divorces. And the people who are together for like 4 or 5 years and something happens and you divorce, I get it. You know, because I feel like if you're together that long after you were married and it's still just not working out, I feel like you have put in at least some efforts to try and make it last. But what I was talking about is the people who like were together for like freaking 8 months, got engaged, got married, and then a year later they're getting a divorce. I'm just like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
It's a lot of people that get married for the wrong reasons, and I actually detest the phrase that it's a business, because I would like to believe that, you know, you married because you actually love this person. I mean, that's the only way. Because with a business, it's like you deal with a person.
It's a transaction, and your significant other should not be a transaction. Pause though. This remind me of like this beat remind me of like some game, some Sega Genesis days or some shit. I feel like I'm in Street Fighter or some shit. I was like, yes, fight.
Wait, hold on. Wait. This shit don't sound like that to me. Hold up.
I was actually on some Chi-Town type vibes.
You was on some Chi-Town shit?
I feel like I'm in like Streets of Rage, walking up, picking up the crowbar. Really? Yes, I love that
You say
game.
that's your favorite game?
His Sega Genesis game. Yeah.
Oh, Sega Genesis.
Yeah, that crap was probably the second one was the best one. I don't know if y'all know the difference between 1, 2, and 3 because I like games too, but I'm more old school than the new. But I do play the new games too. But I love that. Yeah, the second one was the best one to me. That's the little black kid on the skates. Oh, fucking it up, yeah, that was too. Yeah. Sorry, Dan. Go ahead.
It's cool. Y'all can go and get it in. I want a Sega Genesis. See, I was loyal to Super Nintendo. I was loyal to Nintendo. Like my partner had Sega Genesis, but you know what I'm saying. I go play with him, but I ain't get with that at all.
I was with Sega. I was with Nintendo. I still have my Sega Genesis, my 64 from Nintendo. I still have them all. Yeah.
I bought the kids like that first NES though.
Oh, you
loaded.
did?
It's loaded. It got Mega Man 2 on it.
Yeah.
Like Punch Out. No Mike Tyson though.
Nice.
But it got the Contra though. Super Contra. Double Dragon, all the shit.
Oh, Double Dragon, that was the shit right there.
Yeah. Double Dragon 2.
Yeah.
What a Tecmo Bowl. Remember Tecmo Bowl? You run all the way back and just toss that bitch and it's a touchdown. All that. But I be tripping when my kids play it because I'm like, I'm getting y'all in on it. I be putting them on all the old school shit.
That's good. Keep it going.
Keep it real juicy and shit
Yeah,
like that.
because sometimes the new stuff, I'm just like, it's fun and all because y'all got extra graphics and whatever, but sometimes simple is best,
Simple
you know?
is best, yeah. Simple is best. But it's like, I feel like everything that goes on right now is just like a retro from like back then.
Especially fashion. The fashion right now,
Oh,
all these brands came back out of nowhere, and I'm like, Feli, what you doing here? I'm like, I wore you back in 95, 96.
They did, not just with the fashion, the movies, they remaking movies. That was dope back then. They tried to remake, like, off the top of my mind, like RoboCop. That shit was rad. Remade Fright Night. You
know what's so funny? That you say that? Yes, I have. With the remakes, sometimes they're best left alone in the past.
They best left alone, man.
You know,
I ain't really seen.
And I'm not. Yeah, but like I do like the fact that Disney's remaking their stuff like in like with actual human people. I like that. But like trying to remake RoboCop or like you extended Men in Black and you did a whole new one, but I'm like, where Will Smith at? Like, what's going on?
Ghostbusters with females instead. Yeah.
You know, and not to jock on them, like y'all could have just done something similar to Ghostbusters, but called it something else or something. I don't know, but just sometimes like those classic movies that everybody still watches to this day because it's just that classic, you should just leave it as that.
Right. Hey, when you see me bobbing my head to the camera like this, Brahma, you need to timestamp that. Like, I want to visit that shit. Let me visit that later. You know what I mean? But back to like the Disney remakes, though. I'm glad you brought that up. You heard about the new Little Mermaid that coming out.
Yes, she got so much backlash.
So there's gonna be a Black Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how like racist white people show they ugly, like they rear their ugly heads when some shit like this happen. Like, come on, man, it's in 2019.
Right.
You really about to trip because Little Mermaid is black? Like, seriously?
Well, here's the thing. First of all, the girl is
like,
gorgeous. She can really sing. And if you think about it, the Little Mermaid being under the sea with just the hair that she has in the movie, that's... The girl who's playing her has dreads. That seems a little more realistic to be under the sea to me anyways. And then she's very beautiful, and I think she's going to do a great job portraying her. It's the girl who plays in Grownish, the two girls that signed to, I think it's Beyonce's label too, that they signed to.
She's in Grownish?
Yeah, you know the show Blackish?
Yeah.
And the daughter who went on to college and did Grownish? Yeah, they played like one of her best friends. The two girls who look like twins, but they're really not, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they both got the dreads.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to get their name because I feel so bad because everybody, you already know it. Them girls.
It sounds like Holly Berry, but it's Holly something else, you know what I'm saying? She got the little demo, but I mean, we're in 2019 and it's like, come on, man, get with it.
Yeah,
you know
seriously.
God made us all different, man. God made us all different. The world
Absolutely.
be pretty boring if it was unique.
And so many
The
people
world
are
be pretty boring
mixing
if
now
everybody
with
was
having
the same.
swirly babies and stuff. So I'm just like, everybody's down with the swirl for the most part now.
Yeah,
so
you
y'all
look
better
like a
get with
swirly
it.
baby, you know what
I
I'm saying?
am a swirly baby. Chloe and Holly, that's their name.
No, what's her real name though?
Bailey is the last name. Her
Bailey.
name is Holly. Holly
Bailey.
Bailey is the one playing it, but Chloe and Holly are the sisters. But yeah,
Them
she's the
sisters,
one who's
right.
supposed to be playing Ariel. She's gonna do a great job. You go on, girl. F everybody else.
You think I checked out Blackish. I checked out a lot of them episodes. Would you say that's like the modern day like Bill Cosby show type shit?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't compare it to Bill Cosby. I like to think Cosby was good for that era,
Yeah.
and then this show is good for this era. You know,
Right.
But I do, and I like the way that they do portray black people because it's not portrayed as much as it should be. I mean,
Right.
everybody's tuning in to watch Love and Hip Hop.
Right.
Not mad about it, but it's just like, why does everybody want to tune into that and not really portray like the good family, like a day in the life of your family, or
Right,
like
right,
a day in the life of anybody's family who's not sitting there trying to fight all the time, or you know, do anything crazy like that. So I do like Blackish, and I like Grownish a lot too. I watch it even though it's probably supposed to be like for a younger crowd, potentially. I don't know, but I be watching it every single day.
That's the different world.
Yeah,
See,
exactly.
that's
is.
why I'm comparing.
You know
it,
that's
'cause
my
they're like,
favorite show.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
You know that's my favorite show of all
on,
time.
man.
Come on
Whitney?
now. Come on now.
Whitney? Oh.
Twine. Twine.
But you know they was I can't even talk to you like that. But you know everybody was sleep on Kim black ass. Like
Oh man,
like,
you
Kim,
know what's so funny?
Kim, like, black ass.
She was gonna be a doctor.
Yeah,
Remember?
yeah.
She was doing her damn
She was
thing.
doing the thing. She was
And
doing
then
the
Freddie, the free spirit who was in the
Freddie.
lawyer after.
the
I love a
pinky.
different world. I
I be
binge
talking to
watch that
people
thing
like
all the
people don't
time.
even remember like Pac was on that motherfucker.
Oh yeah,
Like, Pac
what
made
was
that
he?
king.
What was his name? He started with the M.
Piccolo.
Yep,
He was
there we go.
Piccolo.
I'm like,
he was Jada's boyfriend,
Yeah.
and he came back to like boss up on a new boy,
yeah,
different world. You know, I don't. You know,
that's my
older audience
ish.
shall remember that.
Yeah, and then you know it's so funny. Like I'm a huge fan of A Different World. Living Single is my other ish.
Right.
And a lot of people who played in The Different World ended up having like some like appearance in A Living Single. So it
Living
used to be
Single.
so cool when I used to watch it,
Yeah.
or I still do watch it to be
Yeah, there was
honest.
some good shows, man. They don't even,
sure.
They don't make them like they used to.
Yeah,
you know what
I
I'm
miss
saying?
that.
So-
Yeah. Well, Living Single is on Hulu now, so if you want to watch it, get it on Hulu. A Different World, I think, was on there for a minute, and they took it off. So I say y'all should put it
No,
back.
Different World was on Netflix. So.
No, it was on both. It made an appearance on both. It was
Oh,
on
it was on
Netflix.
both?
Yeah, it was on Netflix. It came on Hulu first, then it went over to Netflix, and then they vanished from both. Somebody put it back for me so I
Right.
can watch it again, because that's my ish.
Hell, you know about them old shows? You like shitting
Yeah.
your diapers and that shit.
Yeah, I was, but or
fucking
maybe
shit.
not even thought of, to be honest,
Yeah.
at some point. But
Right.
it's all good because you already know I'm old school at heart. Martin and all that other stuff. I prefer to watch those shows. I don't think there really are any shows on that's like those shows at all anymore. So,
right.
and I prefer to watch shows like that where I can laugh and more so relate because it's something like a joke within the black community
Right.
or something like that. But it's innocent in the sense that it's not fighting, it's not cussing out people. It's just an everyday life
Yeah.
still, but just maybe from a black perspective. I appreciate that. So
Yeah.
I do prefer to watch those shows, and I prefer to watch like my old school cartoons too versus whatever the hell's out now because they don't make no
Hey,
sense.
why they get rid of Saturday morning cartoons? and
Man,
shit?
do you
See,
remember
I'm
that
on
crap?
some real old school shit.
Yes.
One morning I woke up, I ain't want to deal with my kids. I tried to turn on like ABC or something for
No,
Saturday.
you ain't gonna get no X-Men, no
None
Spider-Man,
of that shit.
no Schoolhouse Rock
None of
song
that.
in the middle.
None of that shit. None of that shit. You know why they did that, right?
What?
So they passed like this law or something like that. It was some law saying that yes, if we do programming on like a Saturday for the kids, it has to be educational. So if you notice on Saturday mornings, you see like them animal shows, and all
Yeah,
that.
count
yeah.
1, 2, 3
All that,
ABCs.
all that. So
Got
I,
it.
I don't know what the name of it was. I'm not gonna pull it up, but that's the reason why. But I think the kids being cheated because it's like none of my kids even draw with that. Like, I don't
Right, it's
try to
super
see no
corny.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Super corny, and the animations are off too. And I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
like it. I don't like it. I don't know. I'm glad I was born when I was born, though. I do wish I was like born like even more a little bit in the past, like in the early '80s or late '70s, so I can experience like the good music and like
So that means
like
you'll be
Janet
you'll be
Jackson.
like 40 now. that shit.
I wouldn't mind though, because that means I would have lived a good life.
But that music is never, you could just play that shit.
Yeah, but like to be in it when it was happening, like when Janet was booming, like, oh, I would love to go to a Janet concert then.
Right.
Then, or like a Mary J. Blige concert then, because when she was doped up, she was doing the damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
No offense, Mary J. Blige at all, but you was popping then too.
All day long.
For sure. Yeah.
I've been really vibing out, and it's good like to talk about music because we've been working hard on this music, like the season.
And your head bopping like a motherfucker to this beat
man,
right here.
So
you see this shit?
So look, I'm multitasking right now because like when I hollered at my boy Brahma, it was a quick on the slide. We had some shit going on. What he let me hear was cold. Remember, I dropped the freestyle and shit. She was feeling the freestyle and shit like that. But I ain't really getting into depth. But I'm like, ooh, nigga, I hope you taking notes. Check mark this one too. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure he did, because your head was looking like a motherfucking bobblehead for a whole minute. I'm like, did he take Walker? I'm sorry, Flocka.
Flame. Damn, that's fucked up. Waka Flocka, they got a drug named after you, boy.
That's
you gotta
crazy.
Eat mice,
I know, right? Because I sat here next to Billy, said his own name. Sorry, Waka.
But man, this album, Kiki, I'm telling you, it's like.
So what's this? So what is the inspiration behind this album?
So for one, this is gonna be like my first like album since my last album in 2000.
In 08?
08, Electric Liquid.
Oh my.
Electric Liquid released in 08.
Isn't that the cover where you actually had hair on it?
Yeah, I had.
Yeah, and you was like sitting on the car with the hair. Yeah, and I literally thought you was bald your whole life. Seriously, I met you bald. You don't look like you had no, that ain't no joke. I could joke, but no, I was like, damn, you had hair.
I had.
Or should I say serious? You seriously had hair?
I had hair, baby. Trust me. I got the proof. Too.
You had them waves flowing and everything.
The waves was I had them seasick.
All right, so this album though, so like what's the inspiration behind this? Is just the fact you feel like you needed to make a comeback and then you was like, let me just go in the studio, or is it the fact you feel like you had lived a life from 2008 because you done gathered some kids around by that time and things, so you got some things to talk about, get off your chest, like what's going on?
No, what it was organic like everything else I do. I mean, to be honest, my partner Bobby, he decided that, on his 40th birthday, he had a concert. It was laid out. The shit was fat. He had the screen behind him and everything. He rocked his songs, did his show. He talked to his wife. He said, hey, look, just let me rock out. I wanna rap. You know what I'm saying? And she would understand. And shout out to Dr. Avisha for letting him go get down. But one thing led to another. Me and Bobby got a long history. We used to go all around the city of Chicago when I was promoting my albums. And he used to be like, hey, what you doing? You got a show tonight? Cool. And he would humble himself enough to get up there and just be like, hype man and shit. He had shit, but he ain't never perform his shit for some reason. I was like, well, nigga, why you ain't never perform your shit? But he was more like a hype man, and like, he's probably one of the most supportive people in the whole process of that album, and shout out to that. So fast forward to now, he did his thing. He said, I want to rap now. So one of the first people he thought of was me. He hit me up. He like, hey, yo, bro, let me let you jump on this track. You remember, I told you I was going to the shot. It was like November. Jumped on the track.
And I like the song too. I remember.
Yeah, that Marinate. Yeah.
You know you be sending them to me like as soon as they're done. You be like, check this out. And I be like, yeah.
Yeah, you get the critique.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, because you got a good ear, so I appreciate what you say.
Did you just call me the female Diddy? You better stop.
Come on, you got the ear. I'm telling you, I need to start having you in more sessions. So that Marinate session when we went home kicked off everything. But then Bobby was still like, hey man, you need to come out of retirement. I'm like, nigga, I'm not thinking about no damn rap. I got all these damn kids and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't thinking about really no rap like that. Damn, you dope, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to bring that back and let that happen. And I'm just telling him, like, no. In fact, like 2 years before that, he tried to get me to come out. I'm like, nah, I ain't on that shit. It settled on me. And I would probably say he inspired me to come back because I'm like, this nigga really going hard. Shout out to Bobby Seals. Check out his album, When the Smoke Clear. The EP is available on all streaming platforms right now.
Okay, Bobby.
Dope Beats. The Marinate song I'm talking about is on there right now. So after all that, it really didn't take much for him to say, let's fuck it. Let's do it. So, you know what I'm saying? Here we are. So what happened was we formed a group called the Seasoned Vets. We got our boy Dante with it. When we want the vocals, we put Dante on the track. So we got an album already done, the Seasoned Vets. We probably gonna do like a song or two to finish that off, and that kicked it off. And he's like, damn, why don't you do an album? I'm like, nigga, I don't want to do no album. I'm like, this Seasoned Vet album is my album.
Is your album.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I got you. You rocking with me. So we got that coming out in the fall. Be looking out for that. But like right now, Kiki, like the state that I'm in album mode. And I'm just trying to balance off like the family life and doing the album. And my wife is noticing a change because I do get distant, if I have to be honest. Like, but when I get creative, it's like I want to get off into my zone. So it's like, to answer your question, it's different now because I got more people that depend on me at this moment. And like when Daddy go off and get into his artistic mode, it's like, what's wrong? You don't love us no more? It ain't like that at all.
Do you like go trap yourself in a room with a pen and paper? Because like you got so many kids in the house, you can't just be in your living room trying to write. So you just like upstairs in the room, like don't come up in here. Are you in your bathroom? Like let me just get this one line out real quick.
Well, it's funny you asked that because I actually stopped writing. I haven't wrote a song in years now. It's probably been like 4 years, and the reason why, because when I tried to write, my daughters were very young then. They were hanging all on me. Or like if I had my notebook, they'd scribble the notebook up on some, I'm gonna draw Mickey Mouse on this shit, and it is gone. So I'm like, let me, Biggie, one of my favorites. We talked about Jay-Z, one of my favorites. I'm like, let me try to write raps in my head. Never thought I could do it, but I do it now. I don't even write raps down.
Yeah.
So it's like I could be in the car driving with them with the beat on, like right now, how this beat playing, or I can be in the crib cooking,
like it.
you know what I'm saying, with the headphones on. So I can multitask. So what it allows me to do is, if I'm cooking for the night, or if I'm barbecuing, throwing some shit on the grill, I got the headphones on, I'm writing a rap. I ain't sitting there with a pen and paper, locked in the room and shit.
That's
or if I'm
good.
driving to work or some shit,
That's
I'm writing
good.
this shit. You know what I mean? So
I
it's
can't
like,
remember shit to my life.
no,
Like sometimes I don't even know today's date, to be quite honest. I just know that we on a Tuesday, but like I know we're in July, but that's all I fucking know. So if I can't write, I mean, first of all, I can't write, period. But I mean, if I was, I would definitely need to write it down somewhere on my notepad or something.
You know, I thought the same way though, man. I was thinking like, shit, how could I do that? How did Biggie and Jay do that? But it's actually easier. Well, it's easier for me than what I think. But it's like the whole album mode. Like we done with the Seasoned Vets. I'm working on my album. I'm gonna drop that like next year sometime on their ass.
Oh, next year?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
you know what I'm saying.
How
So
many
I'm just
songs do
doing
you have done now? Or are you just getting started?
Shit, nah, I've been at it. I've been at it all year. And right now I got about 15 songs I done laid down.
Damn. Okay, you trying to be like Chris Brown and just give us 35 songs and walk away for a year or two? What the hell?
Nah, I'm not gonna put them all out. Like whatever fits
Gotcha.
along the whole scope of things.
If you need help picking.
Gotcha. I'll just bump that shit on the ride to the crib. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Okay, you tell me what
Wow, you already know. I'll be like, take that off. I like that one. Mark that one.
Right. But I mean, to be honest though, it's already I already got 10 that I'm already gonna put on the album, because the way I do my albums, like some people they'll do a bunch of songs and pick the best one. I already know what I want to do. I already know what vibe I want to go with, what kind of feel I want.
So what
these
is
certain
your
songs-
vibe?
My vibe right now in this song is just gonna be like a celebration of life, and you hear it right here first. The name of the song, I'm calling it "Ain't Nothing New Under the Sun," or "Nothing New Under the Sun." And it got like it's the most up tempo album I ever did. A lot of up tempo tracks. I got songs for my lady on there. I got party songs on there. I just got songs on there where I got to show you niggas you're not fucking with me on these bars. I don't give a fuck what you say. Type shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like a mix. And I would just like to say it's a celebration of life, pretty much. And I call it "Ain't Nothing New Under the Sun" because it's like what we talked about in our conversation, how they like recycling fashion and movies and everything. There's nothing new under the sun. So I'm gonna give it to you. I'm an older gentleman rapping, but I can get what was going on right now, because to me it's all the same. I mean, y'all new artists not really doing nothing new. I mean, y'all doing that in a different aesthetic maybe, but the whole grand scheme of things ain't nothing new.
I get you. All right, so most people think that they're their own creative type. Nobody's like them. But at the end of the day, people always be comparing them to somebody.
Right. And I'm intelligent enough to know that it's human nature. Somebody always want to compare you to someone else.
And it can't be. It's not a bad thing sometimes.
It's not a bad thing.
It's not like a beef thing, but you could just be like, oh, when I hear Mos Def, I think of Talib Kweli. I think of Common. Okay, great. So that's not bad because they all great rappers. So like, if somebody hears your album, are they gonna think, oh, this dude is reminding me of?
Right. Well, I'll tell you what I like in myself over. I mean, my answer may be different from what someone says. But it's the Gemini. I mean, when you listen to like a lot of Gemini's music, like it's an eclectic mix. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for me to actually, how some like a Too Short, basically his whole song will be all cohesive. It's pretty much.
Yes.
It's pretty much.
I'm bopping because I'm thinking of Too Short song.
Yeah, Too Short dope.
I was like, damn.
Too Short dope. You know what I mean? But his albums are more like cohesive. They along the same lines. But then you listen to say like a Kendrick. It's giving you all these different flavors and varieties. Or you listen to like Andre 3000, he'll give you all these flavors and varieties on his album. I like to liken myself to that. So it's a variety of vibes.
Okay, I like
mixed
that.
In one, it's like a gumbo.
Well, personally, I can't wait to hear it whenever you're ready. But I know I'm probably going to get some snippets in between. But if you do want to hear a little bit of his music, August 4th, if you are in the Phoenix area, you live here, whatever, go to Bar Smith. That is on 130 East Washington Street, Phoenix, Arizona, 85004. Yes. And Mr. Dan, a.k.a. Sirius, is what he'll be going by himself. Right. Will be performing and dropping some dope shit with his man, Bobby. Yeah. And I know I'll be there front and center, probably chilling with wifey and shit, but... We gonna get it in, get some drinks, so I can't wait to see you, Miss Davis, so we can catch up. Oh, yeah. But your performance, I can't wait.
Oh yeah, we gonna get it in. It's actually gonna be a season vet show. Me and Bobby's gonna fly from Chicago, and we gonna go and do the damn thing. If you get this in time, you can go ahead and get your tickets right now at my Afton, AFTON /the season vets. And go ahead and support and get the tickets or whatever, or if you want to pull up and get the tickets when you get there, I'm cool. So
just get the damn tickets, y'all, so y'all can get up in there and drink with me.
Get the tickets,
and you
right
can
there
drink
at the bottom
with
of your screen.
Yeah. Drink with me, drink with Miss Davis. Just have a good old time, kicking back, relaxing, and then you go home because we all gonna remember that we gotta work on Monday. What the fuck?
We gonna get it in. I ain't working and shit.
I could be sick, maybe.
I'm not doing that.
I'm just kidding.
But what's on your mind, though?
I don't know. I'm listening to these beats and stuff, and I'm just sitting here rocking and chilling. Okay. I don't know. I'm digging
it. Is the vibe cool for you?
Yes, pretty Mr. Good. Brahma Trauma. And he just sitting back there looking all shy and shit, but he ain't shy because y'all hear his fucking beats. They ain't shy. They ain't shy.
He trying to focus. He a professional.
Yes, he is. Look at him. Brother. His teeth all shiny and shit over there smiling. You go ahead. Boy, you better stop.
Brother Charlie gonna be like, hey, hold on.
No.
Hold on. You don't know me like that.
Hey. Where Luda at? Ludacris. Yeah. What's your favorite Luda album? Or what's your favorite Luda songs? Name your top 3 Luda songs. How about that?
Man, shit. Fuck. I got hoes.
Hey.
I got hoes. I have to say that one.
That's Eric.
What's your fantasy? Obviously,
that's
that
the one.
And what's that one?
Splash Waterfalls.
How you know? You know me too.
Because we here, so I'm like, I know Splash Waterfalls. That's my shit.
That beat so hard.
Yeah.
That beat is so hard.
Yes. All right, cool. You know, I got Splash Waterfalls and I got What's Your Fantasy, but my other shit, which is probably every song for everybody who's driving, is Move. Yeah. Move, bitch. Yeah. Get out the way.
That's an obvious classic.
For sure.
Straight up.
All right.
You know, that was us chopping it up with Kiki and Sirius. You know what I'm saying? Next time you see us, Bobby Seals may be in the house. We'll see. He'll come in
Bobby!
like next week. But you want to thank y'all for joining us. I hope y'all enjoyed the show.
Yeah, you guys.
You got a final thought you want to get in?
I mean, I don't have no final thoughts, but I mean, you guys could be sure to just let us know if you want to touch on any topics or anything like that. We talk a bunch of shit, clearly, so it's all open. We don't have to one particular thing. It could be music, it could be news, or it could just be about life.
Right.
And we talked about relationships, which you didn't wrap up your feeling because we got stuck on his Street Fighter. I mean, his Streets of Rage beat.
But it's cool though. It's cool. We're gonna have a lot more for you coming up in the up and coming months.
For
and,
sure.
You know, this is what you would expect out of us.
This is fun. So I mean, talking shit is all we do. So I mean, if y'all got any topics y'all want us to talk shit about, then y'all just let us know.
Send us an email or DM or
Yeah.
if you want to potentially be on a guest on the show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let us know.
Yeah, you guys are gonna get this video. You can go on YouTube and then you could just drop a comment. If it's mean, I ain't gonna say shit back to y'all because I ain't got time for the haters. But if y'all got some comments, like something you got to touch on, then we could definitely,
certainly,
stitch that in there and try and touch bases on it. So y'all just gotta tune in every time.
Tune in.
Yes.
Till next time, y'all. Love y'all.
Have a good day
God
and
bless.
night. Yes.